Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent today. I'm going to be talking to you today about the IRS reclassification audit or employment tax audit or payroll tax audit. So anyway, I'm a former IRS agent. I worked there for 10 years. I worked thousands of cases. I've been in practice since actually 1983. I've been doing this for 40 years. I have a whole team of former IRS agents on staff. I have been on the national news many times. If you want to see me in a nice coat and tie and see me on the national news like Newsmax, Fox, ABC, NBC, the Washington Bureau, ABC, you can go ahead 777irs.com. That's 777irs.com, and you can see me on TV, and more important, really see my team of former IRS agents. Down here in South Florida, when I was a revenue officer, one of the problems that we had is, people need to survive, and they can't put everyone on a 941 form. I know that. The competition is difficult, and they hire, cheaper labor wherever they can get it, especially in the construction industry and construction jobs and everything like that. And people need to make money, so what they do is they don't put them on payroll. They just don't do that because they can't afford to do that. And I understand your plight. The government now does not do that. So what the government does, a lot of times they get a tip from an employee, they get a tip from a spouse, they get a tip from a business person in the industry, or they get a business tip actually from a competitor that, hey, these people are have all these people as self-employed contractors, and they're really employees. So, wow, and that really hurts because IRS will send an auditor out and do a reclassification audit. Sometimes it's called the employment tax audit. Sometimes it's the reclassification audit. Anyway, what that means is that IRS is going to go in and sit down and look at every single employee you have on payroll and determine whether they're an independent contractor or you meet the employee rule. What you should do is go to the SS8 form. Just Google IRS form SS8, and on there you will see everything that you need to know. And there's 3 common law rules, just so I'm going to read them: the behavioral, the financial, and the type of relationship. And in those, they will ask you a series of questions. So you just got to know there isn't one answer that will make everybody a self-employed person, or one person that makes, or one question that makes everyone an employee. It's not the case. It's the preponderance, really, of evidence. So if you're seeing this, you may be in that audit situation. Just know they're going to use the SS8 rules, and it's best to use former IRS agents because we know everything that they're going to do, every trick they're going to do. We know the same tricks and how to cut that off and how to negotiate. So anyway, if you have any questions or you need a consultation, you're welcome. You'll speak to me directly, and I'll refer you to someone on my team. I would appreciate if you would give me a subscription. I do really appreciate those. They help me actually on YouTube. It helps us just move up a little. But remember, if you're going through this, you may want to give us a call. We're probably one of your best sorts of representations because we know everything they're going to do. Thank you for listening.